Hello everyone, my name is Cameron and welcome back to your regularly scheduled nonsense, where today we are once again doing another Platinum Journey update video. I've hit 250 trophies. For those of you who are new to the channel or maybe don't know, I do a thing called My Platinum Journey where I talk about my Platinum trophies that I've gotten. Originally I started with, I believe, the first 50 and then, or I'd done the first 100 and I did those in 2 batches of 50, and I think that I did the next, no, I think I did the next 2 in 50 batches, up to 200 as well. I can't remember for sure if I did it that way or if I ended up doing it as up to 25 for those. For those of you wondering where I've been, by the way, I'm not dead. I got a new puppy. So this is Yogi. He's my new puppy. For anyone who remembers my buddy Dalton, his dogs had puppies a couple months ago, and I decided to take one very stupidly, I might add. I've had a lot going on personal life-wise, so just have not had a lot of time to do any content. Haven't wanted to stream a lot recently because of that, and just, yeah, I've had a lot going on. But we have officially made it to 250 platinums, which is a crazy milestone to be at. Can you calm down? You're okay, buddy. I'm right here. Which is a crazy milestone to be at this point. Hi. You okay? Sorry. He is a needy dog. That is what I've noticed. Yeah, he's part boxer, part husky. Mostly boxer, but part husky and lab as well. And I love him, but he is slightly annoying and very needy for attention. So today we're going to be doing Platinums 226 to 250. That's how I've been doing it now, where I do every 25. One, it gives me a little bit more time to talk about each Platinum, and number two, it's just easier for me to do it that way. Lay down, buddy. Doesn't take up nearly as much time as doing 50 of them or 100 of them in a single video. Alright, so starting with, God, we're actually going into the end of the A to Z Platinum Challenge. So starting with Platinum 226, we have Yooka-Laylee on PS4. This is like right around the time that I made that list for the Platinum Trophy Challenge, for the A to Z Platinum Challenge. I made that list right as the remake, the Yooka-Laylee, was announced. But I'd already had the list going, and obviously wasn't going to pay money to get Yooka-Laylee when I already had the original. So went through that. This was the end of the Platinum Challenge, basically. This is like the last couple games is when we're starting on these. And I got that one November 14th, 2025, and it took me 3 days and 9 hours. This was a really fun one. Obviously, if you want to see any of the Platinum Journey for this one, you can go back and watch the streams. All of them are still on the channel, obviously, for all of the games that I did during that challenge, or any other game I stream. They all stay on the YouTube channel, so you can go back and watch them whenever you want. This one's really fun. I'd never really played a Yooka-Laylee game back in the past, so playing this one... Oh, excuse me. Playing this one was really fun and really interesting. I liked it. I'm probably going to do Yooka-Laylee at some point, just to see how it shapes up compared to this one. And then I think there's like 1 or 2 more Yooka-Laylee games that I could probably do if I really want to. But we'll see if I end up doing that. Also, if you notice that scratch on my nose, that is from Yogi. He did get me today pretty bad, right on my nose. He's got me right under here too, so I've got two pretty bad cuts, both on the same side of my nose from him biting me. Hi, buddy. Next, moving on to number 227, we have Hunting Simulator 2 on PS5. I got this one November 18th, 2025, and this one took me 2 years and 3 days. What are you chewing on? Stop it. No. Damn it. Drop my fucking... Ow. No, get away from my monster, dude. No. Give me a sec. Yeah, this one took me 2 years and 3 days. The reason it took so long is because there's a bunch of trophies related to like training up the dogs and hunting one of every animal and things like that. And it takes a lot of time. And stop. And especially hunting the rabbits and hares took a lot of time. Which is why this one took me so long. I play it for like a couple weeks, and then I'd stop playing it, and then I'd play it again, and then I'd stop, because it genuinely just took a lot of time to get it done. Can you lay down, dude, and just relax, please? It genuinely just took a lot of time to get it done and to find the things I needed to hunt. And then even after I thought I had hunted everything, I had to go back and find what I missed, because I missed like 1 or 2 animals. All right. Yeah. So even when I did finally think I had all of the animals hunted, I had to go back and hunt like half of them again. There's no real way in game to keep track of what you've hunted unless you're keeping a trophy of every animal, which at the time I hadn't done because I was dumb and didn't think about it. But when I had to go back through and hunt everything again to see what I missed, I started keeping trophies of everything just to be safe. That way I had everything ready to go. You also have to buy every single item in the game, every single weapon, every single license, every single backpack, clothing option, scope, all of it. So it takes a lot of time to get through the whole game because there's just so much to do. It genuinely dragged really badly. I did not enjoy this one at all. It was probably one of the worst platinum experiences I've done in a long time. And they have a third game coming out, which I'm hoping is going to be better and have better QOL, because it's weird that Hunting Simulator 1 felt like a better game overall than the second game. So I'm hoping that Hunting Sim 3 will be slightly better, because if I don't hear anything good about it within the first couple months of it coming out, I probably won't end up buying it. Next, moving on to Platinum number 228, we got The Inpatient, which is a VR game set in the Until Dawn universe. I got this November 20th, 2025, and it took me 3 years and 5 months. This one I really just didn't play a whole lot after I beat my first couple playthroughs. It took, I don't know, it's like 4 or 5 playthroughs you have to go through for this game to get it done. So it's a while. You have to get all the collectibles, you have to play you have to find all the collectibles, you have to play through the game where nobody dies, where everyone dies, you have to kill certain people, or find a way to kill certain people, and it just takes a while. But it's really fun. It's a really good VR game. I had a blast with it. I do wish it was more like the other Until Dawn VR game, Rush of Blood, where the collectibles stacked across playthroughs, because it would have made it a lot easier. Especially when you have to watch a guide for a VR game. It's not very fun. It's not very intuitive to how you play the game, to have to pause, be like, all right, where's this next collectible at? Okay, back into the game, and just keep doing that over and over again. Even with like PSVR 2, it's a fucking slog to do that, because then you have to, like, even with PSVR 2, where you can have like the see-through mode from like you can just look through your headset or whatever and it'll show you what's in front of you. Even that just is not fun to do when it comes to collectible hunting, which we'll get to with a different game that I platinumed. But yeah, Inpatient was really fun. The story was good. It told the story of what happened on the mountain in the Sane Asylum before the events of Until Dawn, like 40 years or 50 years, whatever, before it. So yeah, really fun game. Really recommend it. Next, we have Astrobot, which I got on November 29th, 2025. It took me 3 days and 11 hours. Yeah, I picked Astrobot up. Finally saw it on a good sale price. I think I only have one. I think Rescue Mission's the last one, and then I've done all of the like Astrobot games. Because obviously there's Astro's Playroom, there's The Playroom, there's a few VR games on PS4, and then obviously there's Astrobot, and I think they have another one coming out, but I don't remember for sure. Don't quote me on that. But I think Rescue Mission is the last one I have to do, and then I've cleared all of the games that Team Asobi has done. I loved Astrobot. It was great. I think it was a fantastic game. I wish I would have done it sooner. Obviously, I would have had I had the ability to. But yeah, had a blast with this game. Really loved it. My favorite part about it was just genuinely the love for PlayStation mascots and gaming as a whole that Astrobot and Astro's Playroom really kind of give off and show you as you go through things. So I had a blast with this one, and I'm impatiently waiting whatever Team Asobi does next with the Astrobot franchise. Next, we have number 230. We have Zombie Armor Trilogy. This one took me 2 weeks and 5 hours. Damn, 2 weeks, 5 hours exactly. This again was part of the A to Z Platinum Challenge. If you want any of my thoughts on this one, you can kind of go back and look at that to get an idea. Platinum wasn't terrible. Hell of a lot easier than Zombie Army 4. I also got to play through it with one of my best friends, so that was really fun too. And yeah, genuinely just had a really fun time playing through this one. It was the penultimate game on the A to Z Platinum Challenge, and I kind of do wish I would have just stopped it at Z, because then I would have avoided playing the game that I played for the number. But you live and you learn. So if you want any of my like more actual like deeper thoughts on this, go back and watch the Platinum stream, or the A to Z Platinum stream for Zombie Army Trilogy. I talk about it a lot more than that, how I'm feeling on it, how I've enjoyed the game and things like that. But yeah, really wish Rebellion would do something cool again. No, Sniper Elite Resistance doesn't look terrible. 5 was okay. 4 was decent. I have other Sniper Elite games I still want to go through, so I have 3. I have V2 remastered. Hoping that they're going to give us something for Sniper Elite 1 remaster, maybe. Fingers crossed. I was kind of hoping for that with the, I think it was the 25th anniversary they just went through last year, so I was kind of hoping that maybe we'd see a remaster of Sniper Elite 1 so I could go through the whole franchise. Unfortunately, that's not the case, so at some point I'm going to be going through, expect Sniper Elite Resistance 3 and V2 to be on this list as well, because, yeah, I enjoy the Sniper Elite games. They're fun games. I like sitting there sniping things. I don't know what to tell you. Next, funnily enough, is the end of the A to Z Platinum Challenge. We have 101 Ways to Die, which I finished December 4th, 2025. It took me 3 days and 6 hours. Yeah, this game was a mistake. I've talked about it at length already. Did not enjoy doing this game. Wished I wouldn't have fucking done it by the time I finished it. It was not fun. It was a lot of looking up guides to see how to do the specific kills, and the physics just didn't always feel like they were going the way they should, and things just felt very random at times, and it just very much made me regret the decision of choosing this game. There were probably other games I could have chosen for this spot, but I wanted the last game. The reason I chose 101 Ways to Die is I wanted the last game to be something that seemed easy, seemed fun, and would kind of just give me a relaxing game to finish off the challenge on. That is not what I got. I made a mistake, and I wish I wouldn't have fucking done it. But at the end of the day, you live and you learn, and I have it on my trophy list now. It's stuck there, obviously. But it was still fun. I did enjoy parts of it up until the rest of the actual part of going for the platinum. Once I finished the game and was just kind of going for the platinum, things got really bad. The story's okay. It's nothing crazy. But moving on to the next game, we have the PS5 version of Sniper Elite 5. This is Platinum 232. Got this December 18th, 2025. It took me 1 year and 2 months. Yeah, I finally, like I said, I was kind of talking about this during the Zombie Army Trilogy part of this video, where I really enjoy the Sniper Elite games. They're fun. They're, typically pretty easy. This one wasn't too bad. Compared to Sniper Elite 4, I had a much better and more fun time with this Platinum and 100% than I did Sniper Elite 4's. Sniper Elite 4's Platinum and 100% is just not fun. If you've played it, you know what I'm talking about. Authentic Plus just sucks. It's a whole thing. But Sniper Elite 5's was a lot easier because you only had to play through it on Authentic. You didn't have to go the extra mile for everything. The hardest part, honestly, for me was getting through the DLC for Mr. Mustache Man. That DLC on Authentic was not fun. Granted, to be fair, most things in Sniper Elite games on Authentic difficulty fucking suck. And I know I'm going to go back to 3 and V2 and stuff like that, and I'm just going to fucking start bashing my head against the wall because I'm going to be playing this game in a really fucking difficult, very difficult difficulty in games that do not have the quality of life features that the games I've already done have. But I'm also really excited to go through it because I do get to see more of the story that they've told, and that's really cool. So I'm pretty excited. But yeah, Sniper Elite 5 was miles easier than Sniper Elite 4, and I recommend this one a lot more than I recommend that one. If you remember, Sniper Elite 4, when I got that Platinum and 100%, was on my worst of list. So next, number 233, I have the PS5 version of Viewfinder. Got this one December 18th, 2025. It took me 2 months and 3 weeks. I would have had this a lot sooner. I was playing it during the Platinum Challenge. I kind of just started as a game to play when I couldn't stream. And if I'd really tried hard, I probably could have gotten it done within like a week and a half. But after I started it, because I think I started it sometime around V Rising, somewhere around there. After I started it, I really focused heavily on the Platinum Challenge because I needed to get it done, because I was slacking. I was not getting close enough to things. I was getting farther behind than I wanted to be. So I just put it on the back burner for a bit, and it stayed on the back burner longer than it was supposed to. But I finally went through and finished it, and I had a blast with it, and I loved it. And I think it was a great, great game to do. I recommend it highly. It's really cool. It's a very fun puzzle game. I can't recommend Viewfinder enough, honestly. I kind of want to go back and do it again on PS4 just to play through it again, because it was that much fun and I loved it. I had so much fun with it. Next, on to number 234, we have Infamous 2. I got this one December 25th, Christmas Day, 2025. It took me 4 months and 1 week. Again, this was something I was playing during the Platinum Challenge and just kind of ended up putting on the back burner so I could focus more heavily on the challenge. Didn't have a lot to do on this one. I was through it pretty quick, honestly. Mostly I think when I stopped playing it, the reason it ended up taking 4 months is because I just stopped playing after like my first playthrough was done, or close to the end of my first playthrough. Because that's the thing with Infamous. You always got to play through it twice. You have to play through it once for the good ending and once for the bad ending. Which is always super fucking stupid. Like, I love the Infamous games, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's like, why can't you just let me, like, why not just let me do, like, you know, some good and some bad? Like, it forces you, when going for the Platinum at least, it forces you, even with the endings, it forces you to kind of go one way or the other. You don't really have another choice, you know, like, even if you do mix what's the word I'm looking for? What choices you're making during the game, normally your final choice of the game forces you into the other side, like the complete full good or full bad anyway. So it's kind of just stupid. But when you're going for the Platinum specifically, you're really locked into making the one-sided choices the entire game, because if you don't, you can't get the skills properly, and not being able to do that just really drags the game. And so yeah, it's really annoying, but it's still a fun game. I love the gameplay. I love the action and the setting and stuff like that. They're fun. So yeah, got through this one pretty quick. All things considered, probably could have gotten through it faster had I not really put my focus on the A to Z Platinum Challenge near the end of the year there. But you know, I'm glad I did, because if I hadn't, I probably wouldn't have finished the challenge. So. Next, on to number 235, we have Monster Jam Showdown. I got this one December 27th, 2025. This is the PS5 version, by the way. Took me 3 weeks and 2 days. Yeah, I picked this one up a while ago. I don't know, sometime like either end of 2024, like near the end of the year, or like right around when it released. I picked it up a couple months later on sale, or maybe longer on sale, physically, which it's sitting somewhere up in that pile. Yeah, look how big that fucking pile is getting. I have a lot of games up there. But yeah, picked it up physically, played through it, boosted it with a bunch of people to get through the online shit that needed to be done, because there's a lot. Finally got through all of that though, and once I was done with it, I was like, alright, I'm taking a break. Need to do the DLC still. I do still want to get the 100%, so right now this does not have 100%, it's just the base game done, just the Platinum done. I need to do the DLC, but I've been waiting for it to go on sale for a decent price and it just hasn't. The game, like the deluxe edition of the game, keeps going on sale, but the season pass or just the DLC doesn't go on sale. Granted, the season pass is like $20, the DLC is like $15. I just haven't wanted to spend that much money on DLC right now. But at some point I will go back, so expect an update in the future about probably Monster Jam Showdown being 100%. Next, 236, we have MLB The Show 2025. I also got this one done December 27th, 2025. Took me 1 day and 19 hours. It was free with PS Plus, I think. Was it November? I can't remember if it was November or December. It became free, and I saw Jesse playing baseball and was like, you know what? I kind of miss playing baseball. So I decided to jump on it and play it for a bit. And yeah, went through it really quick, honestly. Probably one of the easiest platinums for a baseball game I've had to do, because I've obviously helped Jesse here and there with a couple of them to get them done, because for a while he did them himself. Like, he would do them on my profile because he'd have a way to play it besides playing it on PlayStation. Now, obviously, he gets them on Xbox, so if I do want to keep doing every MLB game, I have to do it myself, which is fine. They're not that hard. They've become a lot easier to do as the years have gone. And obviously, since it's me playing it rather than Jesse, I can focus more heavily on just doing the things for the trophies rather than, playing the game to enjoy it. Now, granted, I do enjoy playing the MLB games. I still enjoy that. I will always enjoy that. And I still did enjoy the game. I played the game for fun as well during this. It wasn't like I just bum rushed the trophies. I did play it for fun for a bit. But yeah, really fun. I think that's every game every game 17 and on, or 18 and onwards done. I think it's 17 or 18. I can't remember for sure. 18. It's 18 because we didn't get 17. I had 16 and I had 14 because I got 14 when I got my PlayStation. Ended up getting 16, and then 17 we didn't get, and then 18 onward we've done he's done the platinums for, or I've done the platinums for. Next, platinum number 237, we have Family Feud. I got this one December 27th, 2025 as well. It took me 2 years and 5 months. This one was just a pain in the ass trophy list to do. You have to win a bunch of online games, but the online is super difficult to get into. It's got a lot of issues. Most of the time, you can't even find a match. Eventually, I ended up just finding a way for me and Jesse's accounts to match, which took forever. When I was trying to originally do this back 2 years ago when I first got it, I couldn't even match me and Jesse's accounts. I just couldn't find him in a match, couldn't invite him in a match, nothing. Eventually, thankfully, it seemed like whatever was causing that issue got fixed, and I played against Jesse's account for the remaining 20 or so matches. How many matches is that? I can't write, or no, the rest of the 5 or so matches I needed to win to get the trophy for it. Because you only need to win 10 matches or something like that. It's not a lot. It's just a pain in the ass to get the online to be stable enough to play it, because it's a Ubisoft game, and Ubisoft are annoying. Next, moving on to number 238, we have Hotline Miami on the PS4. I got this one December 29th, 2025. It took me 1 year and 7 months. I was one level for a whole year. I was one level off of the platinum. I needed to A+ a single level 13, I think it is, Assault, where you're in the police station. I had to do that level and that level only to A+. If I got that as an A+ rank, I had the platinum. Could not do it. I spent 2 solid months back when I was playing through this game originally just trying to do that, over and over and over again. Just sitting there and trying it and trying it and trying it. And I was like, I can't fucking do this. And I told Alex, I'm like, dude, I can't get this platinum. It is infuriating me. I can't get this one fucking level. So I deleted it from my PlayStation. I think I tried it again a couple months later and then immediately deleted it because I failed to get the level done. And then when I went to go do it this time, I failed the level once or twice. I rage quit out of the game. I was like, nah, fuck this. I'm just going to delete it again. I was like, you know what? No, I'll try it again. And I think 2, 3, maybe 4 more tries. And I ended up getting the score. And I was so fucking elated. I was like, finally, I'm done. This fucking game I never have to touch it again. And then immediately after I tell Alex, he's like, go play Hotline Miami 2. And I was like, fuck you. No, it's a fun game. It's just the platinum's really difficult. There's a lot of issues with doing the Hotline Miami games, and Hotline Miami 2 is a lot harder from what I've heard. You have to do a lot better, and you have to be very fast with what you're doing throughout the levels, and it's just it comes down to a lot of speed and skill with especially that level, because there's a lot of cops on that level and a lot of guns. So it really comes down to knowing where to corner, where to hide, where to keep yourself protected, and how to kill quickly, where you're keeping your combo going and you're keeping up with the momentum that you need to keep getting through the level. And basically I watched a dude play through it a few times and was like, all right, I'm going to, map out how he did it. I'm going to try to get as close to the score he's got on the first level and then move on. up the floor and stuff like that to the next floor and go through that. And it was one of those things where I probably definitely could have done better, but I did end up getting the score that I needed for A plus or A rank, whatever the fuck it is, and got it done, which was really cool to get it done and move on from it and everything like that. Yeah, Hotline Miami, great game, but the platinum is a fucking nightmare. Next, on to platinum number 239, we have Hitman Blood Money on PS4. I got this one January 1st, 2026. Took me 1 year and 2 weeks. Yeah, I stopped playing this one for a long time just because I didn't really want to go for it at one point. I was just kind of like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this because this kind of sucks. But basically had it on my PlayStation during the Platinum Challenge, was kind of playing it here and there, but wasn't trying super hard. You have to play through it, I think, like, I don't know, there's a way to do like a duplication for the money to where you get money a lot faster. But otherwise, like, if you don't do that, you have to play through it a few times because you have to buy so many guns or something like that. But wait, no. Do you have to upgrade? Am I thinking of the other one? I can't fucking remember. All I remember is you have to get every gun and stuff like that, and you have to. I can't remember if it's Blood Money or Absolution where you have to buy the shit for the upgrades. It might be Absolution I'm thinking of. But yeah, basically you just have to earn a shitload of money, and then you have to hopefully keep yourself from losing it all. And yeah, it's fun though. It was great. It was really fun to go through. Silent Assassin wasn't too difficult in this one, but I mean, Blood Money and Absolution are just not good Hitman games as a whole. So getting both of them done was kind of like, all right, I'm just kind of doing this because I'm in a Hitman drought right now, because I'm not playing Hitman World Assassination anymore because I stopped enjoying it during Hitman 3. Like, yeah, I have the PS5 and the PS4 Platinum for it, but the PS5 is an auto pop, and the PS4, I literally auto popped the remaining trophies by just carried over my save data from Hitman 2, and just that was how the rest of my trophies popped. Basically, was anything that I didn't already have done was done through that save, so I just carried it over and got pretty much everything done. Wished I would have started the PS5 version first, so my fastest platinum was not an auto pop, but oh well. Moving on, number 240, we have Cabela's Survival Shadows of Katmai. I got this one January 3rd, 2026. It took me 1 month and 4 weeks. This was not a Cabela, like what I thought it was going to be when I got the game. I was like, all right, yeah, I want to play Cabela's game because I haven't in a while. I like video games where you get to hunt. I love those types of games. I always loved going to those at the arcade, just you point the gun at the deer on screen and shoot it sort of things. So I saw this one on sale and was like, all right, why not? Picked it up and went into it. Did not expect it to be what it was. It was very much like those arcade shooter, like hunting games where you're just kind of walking through a path and then animals show up and you shoot them sort of thing. Rather than like the hunting simulator, Call of the Wild, other Cabela's type games, where you actually run around the area and you go and find the animals and stuff like that. It was not what I expected. It wasn't bad. It was a good game still. I still enjoyed it, but it was just unexpected for it to be a Cabela's game and have it be that way, because I don't remember any of the other Cabela's games I've played being that way, because I've had Dangerous Hunts before. I think 2009 and 2010 I had on the 360. And so I've played a bit of them before, so I didn't remember it being like that. Maybe it is and I just don't remember, but it was still a fun game. Still had fun playing it. Definitely looking forward to doing a few more Cabela's games on my PS3 now that I have, actually have a PS3, have PS3s and can platinum trophy hunt on those as well. Moving on to the next one, we have Platinum 241, Mafia: The Old Country. I got this one January 10th, 2026. It took me 5 months and 2 days. Obviously, if you want any of my real thoughts about this game, besides just the platinum, I played through the entire game on the channel, so you can go back and watch that at any point in time and blinking and see what I was thinking as I played through the game. But I went back to this after the free ride update came out, when they added classic mode, the whole obviously like free roam area where you can go and do all the races and things like that. So basically went and did all those on my save I already had, and then I loaded up a new save, or made a new save on classic difficulty, played through the whole game again, which took me like a day, maybe. It didn't take me long to get through the game. I think I started the game up, I sat down and I played through it, and that was it basically. And yeah, got it done. That gave me obviously the trophy for beating the game on classic, but then also the trophy for beating it on hard, because if you remember, during my playthrough of the game, I did switch to hard, but I had done it after the game had already started, so it didn't count as beating it on hard. It only count as beating it on medium. So I played through it on classic, and it popped the trophy for hard. I was like, thank God, because there's some games where they don't add that in, where it actually, doesn't like pop because it wasn't in the game from release. But thankfully this one was. I'm looking forward to playing through the other 3 games in the Mafia franchise at some point. I just haven't done it yet. I do own the entire trilogy on PS4. So I do want to play through Mafia 1, 2, and 3 at some point before whatever the next Mafia game that's coming out is, whether it be Mafia 4 or some other spin-off title like The Old Country is. Who knows? I'm very excited for it regardless, because Mafia is a fun franchise. Next, number 242, we have Horizon Call of the Mountain. I got this one January 18th, 2026. It took me 1 month and 2 weeks. I bought the PSVR 2 bundle with Horizon Call of the Mountain around Black Friday, kind of as like a Christmas gift to myself sort of thing, and basically played nothing but Call of the Mountain for a while. Like the first day I got it, I played through it. I kind of got an idea of the differences between PSVR 2 and PSVR 1. Played through some Beat Saber on PSVR 2 to kind of learn how like different the tracking feels and stuff like that, which is miles better on the PSVR 2, I should add. It is great. Haven't played a lot on that just yet, but I've had a lot of issues with feeling sick while playing it lately, which is not fun when you're playing VR for a period of time. So I'm hoping that that's kind of gone now. Like when I was playing the VR around the time when I was getting this, when I first got the PSVR 2, I felt really sick while playing it. And then when I went back to finish Call of the Mountain up, because I'd finished the game, all I had to do was like collectibles. So I went back to go to the collectibles, and while I was doing that, I wasn't feeling it nearly as much, thankfully. And I haven't felt it in the last few times I've played it either, but I've just been, like I said, dog. So I haven't had a lot of time to play VR because I'm trying to keep an eye on the pupper while I'm home when I can. But yeah, really fun game. Had a blast with it, so I really recommend this one. Next, on the 243, we have Thrillville Off the Rails on PS5. This one took me... I got this one January 22nd, 2026, and it took me 11 hours and 38 minutes. So this got trophies. This got trophy support, and I went in to go immediately start playing the game because I saw on PSN profiles that they had trophies. I was like, okay, they have trophies now. Went in to play it. Trophies weren't popping. Was really pissed. Was like, why is this not working? So then I looked it up. I looked into it, and apparently they just had the trophy list out, but it hadn't. So it had received support, and a few regions had it already. A few other regions, including the US, were coming later. So I waited. So I waited for a decent amount of time to get the trophy, like where trophies were working in the US. When they finally started working, I jumped on to start going for the platinum. For those of you who don't know, the original Thrillville game, when it got trophy support, I got the first platinum on PS5. And so I tried really hard to get the first platinum for this one as well. Unfortunately, by the time I got like the trophy support got caught up and everything like that, I was basically racing with one other player. Now this player had the ability to play a lot sooner than I did, and I had to go to work like midway, like halfway through me getting this game done. I had to go to work, and I was like, okay, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe they won't get the trophy, because they had like 1 or 2 trophies to go before the platinum, and then they were done while I was at work. Went to work, was kind of checking it throughout the day to see if they had, see if they'd popped the trophy or anything like that. I'm like, okay, cool, they still haven't popped it. So I'm like, good, I still have time. Got home, and I don't remember if it was when I was playing the game or if it was right before I went to sit down to play the game or right before I got out of work. Eventually, the person ended up getting the platinum for the game before I could. Obviously, because I had to go to work. I didn't have much of a choice there in that matter. Had to go to work. Obviously, trophy support not. Here's the thing: had trophy support been there the minute I saw the trophies were there as an option and were like available, I would have gotten the platinum first. I guarantee you I would have, because I was able to get into the game right around the time when the trophies were like added. But unfortunately I couldn't. But I did end up getting second achiever because I was like the only person right behind him. I was like 2 or 3 trophies behind him from the platinum. So eventually I did end up getting second achiever. But yeah, really, really sucked to not say I have both Thrillville games as the first achiever on PSN profiles for the PS5 versions of them. But I did get the first 2 achiever, the second achiever on the second game and the first achiever on the first game. So that's still fun to see. The only ones, like some of the only games I'm that high up in the achiever lists for anything. So it was really cool to be there in that situation and say that 2 games that helped shape my childhood are like games that I have first achiever or second achiever in. Moving on to the next game, we have platinum number 244. This is Thief from 2014. I got this January 28th, 2026. Took me 5 days and 6 hours. The PS4 edition of the game as well, by the way. Yeah, I streamed this one, or I streamed part of it at least. This was part of the backlog challenge that I'm currently still in the middle of doing for this year for platinum trophies, which I think I'm like 10 or 11 games now through it because I just finished Skyrim on PS5. Spoilers. On PS5 the other day, so that can come off that list now too. Yeah, I'm blasting through it a lot more than I thought I would. Now, granted, obviously it's almost April, and I haven't done just stuff that's on my backlog list. I've done other games as well, but I have made some significant progress through just backlog list games in general, and I'm just stuck on the game I'm currently on, unfortunately. So we'll see. But yeah, had a lot of fun with this one. This was a pretty good game. It's not great, it's I don't know. I don't really know my full feelings on this one anymore because it's like I had fun playing it, but then I had to go through the second playthrough, and the second playthrough was kind of where I was just like, all right, this game sucks. Like as I got further and further through that playthrough, I was like, this fucking blows, bro. So yeah, I don't know if I'd really recommend this one. It's kind of fun, but I wouldn't recommend it for the platinum at the very least. Next, moving on to 245, we have Car Mechanic Simulator. I got this one February 8th, 2026. Took me 1 week and 4 days. Yeah, this one was just got to work on cars, which is cool. I love cars. I always have. Didn't fully enjoy this game a lot. I might enjoy the new one a little bit more, but this is like the 2021 or 2019. I don't know. The older Car Mechanic Simulator. Like obviously they have the updated version that came out a couple years ago or so. But yeah, I don't know. It's weird to me when these simulator games don't. I don't know. They don't yearly release, but then like they don't really have like a huge amount of stuff that changes between games. So I'm curious to see what Car Mechanic Simulator 2 or 2021 or whatever it came out, 2024 or something. I'm curious to see what that one is like compared to this one, because this one was not a lot of fun by the time I got through it. The jobs just kind of dragged after a while, and some of the miscellaneous stuff just really, yeah, I don't know. Some of it just felt really fucking like tedious. Of why do I have to do so much of this? Why do I have to do this, and this? So I used some glitch stuff to get through it a little bit faster. But by the end of it, it was kind of like, okay, I kind of wish I wouldn't have done this game for the platinum at least. Next, moving on, we have Far Cry New Dawn, Platinum 246. I got this one February 13th, 2026. It took me 4 days and 3 hours. This was also a part of the backlog wheel spin. This is the game I got after Thief. And yeah, I had a fun time with this one. I still haven't played Far Cry 5. I need to play Far Cry 5. If I had wanted to do it, if I had done just the Far Cry series and then I had my choice of game, I would have done Far Cry 5 first. But I didn't. I have them all as separate. Games. I have 5, 6, and New Dawn as separate games on there. Unlike things like Mafia and Metro, where I have the entire trilogy as just a spin. But yeah, went through this one, had a fun time with it. Again, like I said, I wish I would have done Far Cry 5 first. So I do need to play Far Cry 5 and enjoy that game. But yeah, Far Cry New Dawn wasn't bad. The story kind of was okay. It wasn't great. But by the time I got through it, was kind of like, okay, it's not terrible. What do I think it's worth the full price of a fucking new game? No. Ubisoft made a mistake not just making it a DLC for Far Cry 5 like they should have. But then again, you could kind of say the same thing about Far Cry Primal, but at least Primal changed up enough of the gameplay. Enough of the gameplay from Far Cry 4 to really make it kind of different. But I don't know, like, Far Cry New Dawn can't be that different to Far Cry 5. It feels very much like a Dying Light 2, Dying Light the Beast situation, where they had a lot more that they could put into it to make it a full game, but I feel like, and I'm going to feel the same way about the Beast when I do finally play it, is I feel like they probably just wanted more money, so they just like, yeah, let's just make it its own game so people can pay for it more, rather than, release it at the DLC it's supposed to be. Next, moving on, we have Resident 247. We have Resident Evil Requiem. This one I got March 10th, 2026. Took me 1 week and 2 days. Hunter bought me this one because he's a stinky little bitch and I love him. But yeah, he bought me RE9 and because he wanted to talk about it with me more than anything. Like, that was the biggest thing. He just wanted to talk about Resident Evil 9 with me, and he couldn't do that until I bought the game and played the game. So he paid for it, and then I paid like the other $10 to buy the deluxe edition of the game. Yeah, had a blast with this one. I love this game. I have no notes about it. It was not bad at all. I loved every second of it. The Requiem gun was awesome. Grace is a cool character, and I'm excited to see more of her. The story was great. I'm not going to spoil it. Leon was fucking hot. I will say the boss fights were kind of the only letdown. Granted, except for like one of them, you're pretty much always Leon doing the boss fights. So it's kind of one of those things of like, they probably didn't put a whole lot of work into the boss fights to really make them difficult. But compared to like RE2, RE3, and I'm assuming RE7 and 8, I haven't played those ones yet, but I have heard those boss fights can be kind of tedious. Yeah, compared to those games, they're pretty like closer, I would say, to like RE5 or 6, where it's more action-oriented boss fights. But they do have some cool callbacks in there, obviously, because you're in Raccoon City and stuff like that through parts of the game. But yeah, there were some things that I wish would have been done differently, but without going into spoiler territory, I can't really talk about it. And at this point, I don't really want to talk about it more than I already have, because I've talked about RE9 a fucking lot in the last month. So yeah, it was like all I played. Once I got it, it was basically all I played until I beat it. So yeah, and then I went through, did the platinum, had a fun time doing the platinum, and I'm excited for the DLC. Moving on to Platinum 248, this was Venba. I got this one March 21st, 2026. Took me 1 hour and 44 minutes. I just want something short and sweet to play. As you guys probably could tell from the gap from Far Cry New Dawn to Resident Evil 9, I had not platinumed a lot of games recently, and I kind of was just playing games to play games. I wasn't really super focused on platinums. Part of that was I was super focused on The Evil Within, because I'm still trying to finish that platinum up. I just have to finish the game on Akumu difficulty, and I have the platinum. But Akumu is fucking hard. So I've been playing a lot of games and working through stuff kind of like mildly not super focused on a bunch of stuff. I also lost power for like a whole day. Or not lost power, but... Well, I did lose power, but then I also lost internet for like a whole day, so what I was playing was a lot less. I wasn't playing nearly as much for a bit. But yeah, was just kind of working through some long stuff, and I was like, all right, I want something short and sweet and fun. And I had heard good things about Venba, so I decided to finally play it, and yeah, I'm very happy I did. It's really short and really sweet, but you can get pretty much every trophy in like one and a half playthroughs. You don't need 2 full playthroughs, basically, is what I'm saying. You can kind of do the first playthrough, do everything. I went into it blind too. I didn't really go into it looking at the trophy list or anything like that. I just kind of was like, all right, I'm just gonna go into this game and see how it is. Went through it pretty quick, got through the end of it. Once I finished the first playthrough, because I was trying to kind of just enjoy things, looked at a few trophies here and there once I was kind of like halfway through it, just to see if there's anything that was kind of easy that was technically missable. But got through all of that and then went through and was like, all right, what do I need to do to finish this platinum? Look through the trophy list really quick. Be like, all right, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? Went through everything, got through it all. And yeah, that was it. It was really quick. The hardest part, I think, is making every recipe without failing a single one, because the whole point is like, you don't fully know the recipes for some of this stuff. So you can fuck up midway through it. But for the most part, the game is really fun and it's pretty easy. Nice, short, sweet game, really relaxing, and yeah, I had a blast with it. Next, platinum number 249, we have the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim PS5. I got this done March 25th, 2026, so 2 days ago. Took me 1 year and 4 weeks. It's Skyrim. I've talked about this enough before in the past. I've played through the entire game on my channel in the past. So I don't have really anything to say about this game other than it was crashing a lot. Like, this crashed on me more than like PS4 did and more than the 360 version of the game did. But I've now finished the game twice. I have 2 more copies of it that I can finish whenever I so choose. I have the PS3 version, I have the PSVR version. So if I want to 4-stack it, I can. I don't know if I will, or if I do, it's going to be a while. I think if I was going to do it, I'd probably do the VR version last, though. So it'd probably be the PS3 version would be the next one you guys might see on here if I do decide to do it again anytime soon. But that would be like a while from now still, probably, because I'm not playing through Skyrim for a while, because I just played through it again, and I forgot how long it fucking takes. Like, even doing the alteration glitch to get your levels up like crazy is it just takes a while. So, yeah. And finally, platinum number 250, we have Sword of the Sea. I got this one yesterday, March 26th, 2026. It took me 22 hours and 13 minutes. Alex had recommended this to me after he played it, and I was like, all right, I'm going to check it out. And I finally played it, and I had a blast with it. Short game, really sweet, really fun to do. Speedrun wasn't too hard. Most of the trophies aren't too hard. I think the hardest one is beating the final boss without taking damage. But like, even that is really just pattern recognition. And once you recognize the pattern of how his attacks go, it's pretty easy to avoid getting hit. And once you're done with that, really the rest of it is just collectible hunting, and the collectibles aren't too difficult to get. And once you've got them all, and you've got the platinum, and that was basically all I had to do. Yeah, had a fun time with this one. Was really enjoyable. I don't really have anything else to say about this one. It was great. I recommend it highly. I don't want to spoil anything because the game is really beautiful. It's a lot like Endling, where the game is told through the story or through the scenery and your surroundings rather than like dialogue and telling you a full story, which I'm finding I really enjoy those types of games lately. So expect to maybe see a few more like Abzu, Journey, and Jusant in the future. So hope you guys have enjoyed. I'll see you all next one. Stay golden. Peace.